For the U.S. Green Chamber video that we're creating, can you tell us a little bit about why this is important to start transitioning to electric vehicles, and maybe some of the challenges that we're facing that are going to need us to transition quickly here?
I think that it's healthy for us as a human society and also as a country to move towards a more sustainable source of energy for personal transport. Historically, oil and fossil fuels have come from politically and socially hostile parts of the world for just sociological and anthropological reasons. I think moving to electric is great, and many people make the argument that electricity can come from coal as well, and that's true, but it has the option to be derived from the sun or from the wind, where petroleum is coming from the ground most of the time in the Middle East. So I think that's one of the reasons why electric vehicles are so important, and why the Roadster is important is because it really symbolizes that electric cars can be fun, fast, durable, and have decent range for folks to get more than just around town. So it wasn't Tesla's sole intention to make expensive sports cars for rich people to say, hey, I can be green too. This was just our proof of concept that's also used as a marketing tool to showcase that Tesla can make quality product, and eventually we'll be coming out with other type vehicles, first with the Model S that'll be priced at about half this and fit twice as many people.
That's excellent. And with this transition, we're obviously going to see the need for electric vehicle infrastructure in different areas. With that being a huge player in this, how do you see that kind of working out, where we're going to need a huge base load to charge a lot of these vehicles, and that base load, instead of it coming from the ground now and oil, is going to have to come from some source of electricity? Like you said, you mentioned coal, but it could come from solar and things like that. How do you think that's going to potentially play out, and is it going to be a fast transition, or could it potentially be a trickle in the next 20 to 40 years?
No change comes overnight, and a lot of environmentalists point their finger like, oh, this is just one car, and that's exactly right. This isn't a silver bullet that's going to stop global climate change, but we hope that it is a catalyst to invoke other companies to start really putting their money where their mouth is. And hey, if you really do want to be a green company, you should probably do more than just recycle your Coke cans. And the technology is here, it's present, and so I think that it just encourages folks to think about our situation a bit differently and hopefully kind of employ some better, more sustainable practices.
Thank you so much. Here to my left, we have the famous Penelope Cunanan, and I'd like to give you a little introduction. Tell us a little bit about yourself and who you're here representing.
My name is Penelope Cunanan. I'm a professor of environmental sociology at the University of Central Florida. I met Chris in an environmental sociology class a few years ago, and we enjoyed a time together exploring what sustainability means. And it's my pleasure to now see that Chris and his peers are at the very basis of, and I should say extending, what we were trying to learn a few years ago.
It's wonderful. So, Penelope, tell me a little bit about what you think the U.S. Green Chamber can do to benefit companies in this movement.
I think the biggest thing is that companies need to know they're not alone. They need to know that each other exists so that they can lean on each other, call each other up, and get some support. And I guess also to know how important they really are to all of us, and keep each other going with the momentum.
That is very important. You definitely need to see the interdependence of everybody working together for this movement, because after all, the earth is really what we're facing, not each other, not each other's businesses, but this cause and this purpose. Finally, tell me a little bit more about why you think sustainability is starting to pick up, and maybe a little bit of the importance of why we need to begin to take this on full-fledged.
Well, as we all know, or as we're all finding out, we're sort of exceeding some of the basic capacity of the earth in the lifestyle that we've chosen. And our big goal is to be able to find out how to do it much better, so that people like my daughter, who's 24 years old, same as Chris, will be able to enjoy a future as nice as my life has been.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. That was Penelope Cunanan, a very elegant and wonderful lady, and we'll catch some more people around here.